Just a really quick video here on percentage of word problems. Okay, so if you recall from the other day, we discussed there's two ways to kind of think about percentage problems. One is which is writing an equation using the words in the problem. But a more organized way, as we had talked about, was to think of percentage problems as being a proportion where one ratio is out of 100. So let's get this example here where it says the human body is made up of mostly water. This is true. In fact, about 67% of a person's total body weight is indeed water. Okay, if Cameron weighs 90 pounds, about how much of his weight is water? Okay, so there are three blanks here. This is sort of the organized way to think about percentage word problems. There are three blanks, one of which is the percentage, one of which is the part, and one of which is the whole. And you have to determine in each problem what is being asked for. Is the problem asking for a percentage? Is it asking for the part of a number, or is it asking for the total number? Okay, and it should be pretty clear that this one, because 67% has the percent on it, the 67% of a total person's body weight goes over the 100. That is the percentage. Once again, don't put in the percent sign, especially when using the calculator, because that means the same thing as divide 100. Okay, now we have to determine if Cameron weighs 90 pounds, is that the part of him that is water, or is that the whole Cameron? And in this case, hopefully you're understanding that Cameron weighs 90 pounds. That's the entirety of his body. Okay, so it should be clear by now that we are solving for 67% of 90. And I'm sitting here without a calculator um, to be able to solve this, but we would solve it with a cross product equation. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to do a little cheat hack and call 67% roughly 2/3. And roughly 2/3 of 90 should be about 60. Tell me if I'm wrong or tell me if I'm right. About 60 pounds. It's going to come out to a little more than that for you guys, I think. About 60. Okay? And once again, I think we have discussed how to solve these, right? 100x is equal to the other cross product, which would be 67 times 90. Simplify here and solve, and you will find that x comes out pretty close to 90 there. Okay, let's do one more. And once again, this is wrapping up notes 6.41 from the other day. Of the 975 students at Medina Middle School, 19.5% are in the sixth grade. How many sixth graders are at Medina Middle School? Okay, so this one you have to ask yourself, is it asking for the part, the whole, or the percentage? Okay, well, it gives us 19.5%. That is the number that is going over 100. 19.5 relative to 100 is the percentage. And then we have to ask ourselves, okay, there are 975 students at Medina Middle School. Is that the part or is that the whole? Okay, and hopefully you're saying, that doesn't seem like the part, that is sixth graders, that is the total number in this case. And once again, we are finding the part. Okay, and the part would have to come out to 19.5 times 975 is the one cross product, and the other cross product is 100x. So essentially, you would be dividing that product by 100. Okay, and I'm going to pause the video to actually find out what that answer is. All right, we've got an interesting thing that happened here. When I solved for the value of x, I got 190.125. And this is where you have to stop and ask yourself, what answer would make sense? What answer would make sense for a number of students? Would 0.125, which is 1/8, by the way, would that make sense for a number of students? And you would say, no, that doesn't make any sense. You can't have decimals of people. You would say about 190. Is that what the answer was? Just let me check real quick. Yep, 190. Okay. All right, and hopefully that writing a proportion kind of helps you moving forward. And I'll talk to you guys remotely like we've been doing. Thanks.